Out of all the movies I've talked about in this channel, nothing will ever compare to the Diary of the Wimpy Kid movies. These books had me in a chokehold as a kid, and I would have kept reading them now if I didn't pass Greg in age about 8 years ago. But in the second film, we see one of the greatest parties ever thrown by a high schooler. Rodrick needed no type of substances or potions to get everyone and their mother in this party. When we talk about some of the greatest parties of all time, we're not talking about no Project X, we are only talking about Rodrick Rules. The movie starts with Greg at a roller skating rink, where off the first 2 minutes we see this bug-faced glasses wearing motherfucker. I hate Fregley or Freg, whatever this dude's name is. This kid was one of the nastiest kids I've ever seen. He gives Greg a pizza from the trash and that shit had gum on it. Greg sees this blonde girl, that one girl from Jesse, and bro starts foaming at the mouth, while this dude Ravi starts glazing, naming all this girl's skills and attributes. Greg imagines getting married to this same girl, like bro, you just seen her at the skating rink a few minutes ago. The GOAT finally arrives, the loaded diaper dude himself, and he goes to tell Greg to go make a move on the girl. But you already know Rodrick was gonna fuck it up. It's only the right thing to do. He starts blasting his opium-themed music as all his goons take over the entire rink, as his mom makes a public announcement for his dad to save him from this madness, looking like a down bad kid on the first day of school. Rightfully so, he tries to put the hands on Rodrick only to fall over face first into some cake. But let's get to the important part. Fast forward a few days later, Greg's helicopter-ass mom makes a program buddy system so Greg and Rodrick can get along. His dad has no pull, he don't wear no type of pants, he just does whatever the mother says as he lets her make these horrible parenting decisions. I would have moved out the crib 3 times already with the way Susan treats her kids. She really be acting like her kids got mental illnesses, which they might, but still. The program uses fake money to reward the kids for spending time together, but that don't even matter because right after this statement she immediately says that they could turn it in for real cash, which is exactly what Rodrick does. And since bro obviously isn't getting a job, he starts abusing the method, like dropping Greg home from school. Hey yo! Once Greg gets home, he be watching the videos too. He a real fan. They even made a little segment just for y'all. Yeah, nah, we done. It gets even worse. The family goes to church and Rodrick left a Milky Way bar on the seat, making it look like Greg got a dookie stain. And of course, this gets revealed in the church in front of the huz, and then Greg proceeds to lick the stain, as if that makes it better. I don't even know how he managed to pull after this. Reasonable crash out though. The best part is coming, y'all just stay patient, but basically his parents just leave. They are fed up with them. Don't ask me why they leave 2 teenage boys alone after the stuff been going on, but you see that smile, so you already know what's about to go down. For the first time ever, like an ultimate fusion, these 2 kids start laying out all the party equipment. But right as everyone starts showing up for the party, Rodrick manages to lock Greg in the basement. And the sad part is, Greg be fighting back, but Rodrick could just care less. In the basement, Greg is able to call Rowley for help, but in the meantime, we see one of the greatest parties ever unfolding. But Buddy definitely looks like he's on one, so I'm not sure how sober-free this party really was, but in and out of nowhere, Susan ends up calling mid-party. And Rodrick casually gets the whole party to shut up within seconds. They deadass all freeze and stand still like we back in 2016. While on the phone, she asks to speak to young Gregory, so Rodrick had no choice but to let him out the basement. And the second they get out, Rowley was already getting scouted like a first rounder. They bump into some guy and blame it on some dude behind him who got the sonic rings knocked the hell out of him. Bro got his whole pocket of popcorn, Bro got his whole bucket of popcorn flipped in the air. While Rodrick, this was just a horrible shot selection, horrible execution. She really got the ick. Look at her face. The party starts dying down and the huz was getting bored, but Loaded Diaper was too scared to make a move and try and do something. So my boy Rowley takes a shot that changes the entire direction of the party. Y'all don't even know Rowley's game was unmatched. Since his arm broke in the first movie, he was on a generational run with all the girls in his school district. And Rowley ends up turning the party up. Just look at this shit. By the time the morning comes, the whole crib looking like the inside of a Discord moderator's room. The whole house is cooked. Bro, look at the mess all over this house. There was a guy behind the sofa. You can't tell me at all that there was not something in them sodas. How did the damn chair end up outside? And who toilet papers their own house? Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, the bathroom door is graffitied. They had to replace the entire door in about 5 minutes. You ain't ever see these two work this hard for nothing till today. They looking like prime Mario and Luigi. All of a sudden, they become Bob the Builder and Handy Mandy and put a whole new door into place before their parents even get home. They managed to not get caught. They got away with shit like some real D1 criminals to throw any party to the point of couches being out the crib. This belongs in the Hall of Fame. Later on, his mom's mom senses is going crazy. She knows for a fact there used to be a lock on that bathroom door, and if I was her, I'd be the same way. I'd notice if a bathroom don't got a lock because my biggest fear is slipping in the shower and needing help, because then I'll be naked and defenseless. So if the door ain't locked, I ain't going. But Roderick lives by his deny rule, where he just lies, and this guy is the worst gaslighter of all time, but he still stood on business. When Susan goes to ask Greg, bruh, this dude didn't get no pizza, no mom bucks, nothing. He ratted so fast, you could tell he had his confession pre-written the way he ratted. But he manages to manipulate his mom that if she punishes Roderick, they will never be cool again. And honestly, W Greg, because Susan is annoying as fuck. I think for a second, Roderick even wanted to tell Greg that he loved him. For his proud delinquency, he even gives bro some mom bucks. Now, I don't know how his mom wouldn't realize these are fake, but I guess. Roderick then gives Greg some game is game ass rules to live by, like lying on his homework, lying to his parents, even lying to himself. And his advice immediately backfires. It went so bad, Greg starts passing notes to Fregley saying, "What the hell? Oh, hell nah." And then right after that, this happens. Bro, do you have something to tell us? And then to make matters worse, his crush called him Fregley. Bro, is you serious? And then the finishing blow finally comes after Roderick and Greg are done hanging out and they come home. Frank tries to pull up some photos to relive his golden days, and this is what comes up. They're beyond cooked. Roderick attempts the gaslighting tricks, but he's literally caught in 4K HD quality. I ain't ever seen quality this good for a movie of its time. Then Susan exposes Greg as a snitch and everyone starts crashing out. But look at the disappointment on Roderick's face as he gives the coldest one-liner you could give in this moment.
You're my brother. She'll never be my friend.
His parents don't let him play in the upcoming talent show as a result, and bro literally burst into tears. This shit was sad enough to make a grown man cry. Shit, it did. They get sent away to their grandparents for the weekend, but Greg ends up seeing his crush, who apologizes for mistaking him for this school threat, and they actually end up getting along. My boy really seemed to be making a 3-1 comeback until Roderick stole this dude's diary and forces Greg to chase after him damn near naked. He manages to get the diary back without her seeing, but Greg can't avoid cameras for shit, and Roderick gets footage of him running around in his underpants. A few days later, and they're at the talent show. Yeah, we're gonna skip this. Come to find out, Roderick's own band replaced him, and I cannot lie, if I was him, I'd be crashing out fucking crying. Why is everyone in this movie low-key against Roderick? Bro taking more L's than Greg at this point. Greg makes a deal with his mom to join the talent show so his brother's rock career doesn't go down in flames, and well, they had the whole crowd cackling for this amazing performance. This man Rowley was getting autographs and everything. Greg even got some love from Holly. They both winning. Roderick and Greg become cool, and Loaded Diaper performs the song of the year. We are bumping this all 2025, 26, and 27. So they finally become cool, and I guess we should just get some final words from Roderick.
Just spilled grape juice on the couch and kind of blamed it on you. Later.
This movie is a 10 any day of the year, and I'm so happy I rewatched this for y'all. Let me know if y'all want me to cover this atrocity or the other two great movies from this series. And yes, I'm signed to Loaded Diaper.
That's not me.
Bitch, I'm unstoppable. Try to stop me, you get hit. Why you still pocket watching? Yo, bitch, still let me hit. You never gon' find nobody better. It's alright, it's okay. Bitch gon' die today. Yeah.